Modern infrastructure is a mesh of dependencies. In this environment, a single zero-day exploit doesn't just hit a specific server, it triggers a cascading failure that can disable entire sectors of a utility grid in seconds. Standard defense relies on firewalls to filter traffic, but a firewall is a gate built on an existing bridge. It assumes that some level of connectivity is necessary. That connectivity is the primary vector for every global breach. In this simulation, we analyze a defensive strategy that rejects the bridge entirely. To survive a systemic collapse, a network must exist as an island. We are initiating a penetration test against the Bat computer, the centralized tactical database used by Bruce Wayne. The attack immediately fails. The system operates on decentralized dark sites, air-barbed from the internet. Separated by physical space, there is no digital path. This zero-trust architecture uses a proprietary OS with no external entry points. The schematic shows no inbound ports to receive data. Firm delivery. An intruder cannot hack a door that was never built into the design. To pull information for an investigation, the Bat computer must occasionally analyze external data traffic. This is the only moment the system is vulnerable to an outward strike. Batman's defense against this isn't a passive scanner. He utilizes a custom AI that monitors global traffic for anomalous human patterns, identifying the intent of a coder rather than just the signature of the code. This process, digital behavioral analysis, treats a hacker's unique coding rhythm and variable structures as a psychological fingerprint. By mapping these habits, the system performs a behavioral unmasking of the attacker before the malware ever executes. To Batman, a piece of malware is a confession. He isn't fighting a virus, he's hunting the person who wrote it. What if the attacker operates from a hardened server farm in a non-extradition zone, where they are insulated from digital retaliation? This is where Batman performs a kinetic override. He treats the digital threat as a physical target, transitioning the conflict from the screen to the real world. He physically infiltrates the server site, installing a hardware-level kill switch. By severing the connection at the source, he destroys the software layer from the outside. Millions of lines of defensive code are rendered useless the moment the hardware is physically disconnected. If the architecture is air-gapped and the physical sites are defended, the attack vector must shift. We are now simulating a failure at the only remaining entry point, the human variable. While the hardware is isolated, Batman still relies on communication with his allies. This creates a vulnerability known as human-centric exploitation. The attacker utilizes deepfake technology to mimic the voice of a trusted ally. In this scenario, they send an urgent request for a tactical data dump. Because the voice matches a verified biometric profile, it bypasses the standard automated rejections. When Batman manually authorizes the request, he grants the attacker his own administrative credentials. He has invited the threat past the external defenses and into the internal perimeter. By opening a secure node to assist a friend, Batman provides the virus with a path into the decentralized network. This leads to a systemic trust collapse. The internal predictive AI, designed to assist Batman's workflow, misidentifies the breach as a legitimate emergency command. It begins synchronizing the attacker's access across every autonomous dark site, believing it is fulfilling a verified request from its creator. The encryption remains intact, but it is irrelevant when a trusted voice is used to authorize the decryption. It suggests that maintaining this level of security requires a degree of isolation that is difficult to reconcile with the needs of a team. Even for a man who prepares for everything, trust remains the one variable that cannot be air-gapped.